Welcome back to the Chris and Ali Show. We're here in sunny Hollywood, where nice homeless people walk around, very disgruntled, and then there's young ladies who walk around half naked, and there's men who are strung out on fentanyl, and they take naps on the street. It's really a wild place to be. And one of these days, I'm gonna go out and take a video for you guys, that way you guys can see what it's like to live in my neighborhood.
I don't think we should take a video of that.
Why not?
I mean, you saw the homeless lady earlier?
Yes, there was a there was a homeless. Okay, so there was
this. To catch a case.
Yes, there was this homeless lady, and she was walking down the street, and she was talking to herself, and there's nothing funny about that because there's nothing funny about mental health struggles, right? But this young lady, she looked like maybe she was in her 30s. She was very tan, like she's been out in the sun a lot, and
she was black, bro.
She was not black.
She was black.
She was not. If she was black, she was maybe 20%.
She looked straight up black. What are you talking about?
No, she was not black. She was maybe like 20%. She looked like a Barack Obama, but like Barack Obama's like third cousin. Like she was barely black. You know?
Okay.
But that's beside the point. It doesn't even matter. She was very tan because she's always on the street.
Sure.
Okay. So anyhow, so this young lady, and you know, she was approaching us. We're walking down the street. She's walking the opposite direction, and she's wearing a shirt with no bra. And the shirt's kind of like, imagine this shirt that I'm wearing, except it's cut down here and it's kind of open right here, like kind of like an upside down V, like an A.
She basically wasn't wearing anything. That's kind of.
And so then she walks right past us, and then her breast comes out of her shirt, just exposed, and I saw her nipple and everything. I saw her areola.
We did.
Yeah, and I remember, and I asked Ollie, I was like, if that lady were to walk up to you and say, Ollie, grab my titty. Would you grab it? And he didn't even think. No, hold on. Wait. Let me finish.
Wait.
He didn't even let me. He didn't even allow himself to think about the question. He just immediately said.
Wait.
He immediately said, yeah, of course. Like, and he was very serious, very serious.
This is slander.
It's the truth.
I never said any of these words.
You did. I was right there.
I'm a respectful.
No, you said those things, and I heard you. And
no, here's the thing, man. If nobody's I'm kidding.
If nobody's watching,
but
I mean, she's
if the opportunity presented itself, I would of course decline.
You would call that an opportunity?
That's fucked up.
That is not cool what you just said right now, because it's not an opportunity. It's actually really quite sad, because this woman can't even consent to sexual. She can't give you sexual consent because she's mentally handicapped, technically. I mean, she's out there talking to herself on the street. She's probably on drugs, and she's probably has a combination of schizophrenia and methamphetamine or something like that. So she can't even say yes. Can she?
So you're setting me up. Is what's going on. I mean, I'm getting set up.
I wanted to be a judge of your character, and you failed, Ollie.
I would never.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I wasn't doing that. It was just. I wasn't trying to test your character. I was just out there, and I thought it was a funny question. Sometimes pop up in my mind, and some people might think it's not funny at all, and it probably isn't.
I mean, you're just trying to have a good time out here, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
So.
Not by doing that, though.
No. That's not good.
No, sir. But I mean, now that we're bringing that up, there's been a lot of TikToks. There's been a lot of reels of special people.
Okay.
Special women.
Okay.
How do you feel about special women giving consent?
What do you mean special? You mean retards?
Hey,
is that what you mean? You mean retards, right?
I do.
Retarded people?
I do mean
mentally handicapped?
How do you feel about that? I mean,
dumbasses? Doofuses?
Why would you say
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
kidding. Doofuses?
The incompetent.
Oh my god.
No, I'm totally kidding. No, that's super rude. I can't believe it.
Canceled, man. 3 episodes in. This is crazy.
I am uncancelable. They can't cancel me.
That's true.
You know why?
They can cancel me, though.
You know why I'm not cancelable?
Why is that?
Because I own my own business, 1. And then 2, I don't have any affiliation to any TV networks or any giant streaming websites like Netflix or Hulu. So I don't really have to, and we don't have, like ad companies that are sponsoring us. So I don't have to, I'm uncancelable. I mean, what are they going to take away from me? Nothing.
So,
they can't take away anything.
So the censorship is going to come after that, is what you're saying.
Correct. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm totally joking. No.
No, it will. It will.
No.
The second those ads start rolling in, man, you can't be saying all the crazy shit anymore. But no, we got to get back to the question, though. Get back to the question, man. Would you?
Would I what? Would I have sex with a retard, is what you're saying?
We don't have to say it like that. But yes, that is the question.
Well, that's a very disturbed and demented question, but I will answer it.
They're people too.
Okay, I will answer it. They should be in meat grinders, first of all. And I'm joking.
Hold on.
It's a joke.
Say that one more time.
That was a joke. No.
Say that one more time.
That was a joke. No, I think that... Okay, so we're gonna look at it from this. Maybe we'll look at it from a medical, like a science perspective. So think about it. If a retard, actually, we'll call them a mentally handicapped person. Yeah, is that what they like to be called?
Sure.
Okay, so if a mentally handicapped person is feeling some sort of sensation in their erogenous zone, I'm talking about they're feeling horny. They're feeling turned on.
Okay.
And they want to go out there and look for a potential mate. And let's just say this potential mate might be Ollie. And this is a young lady, and her name is Melinda. And so Melinda,
it's a nice name.
Yes, she approaches you on the street, Ollie. And let's just say hypothetically, this Melinda, she's mentally handicapped. She's a little slow. She's got an extra chromosome, right? And so she approaches you and she says, "Okay, let's do a quick let's do a quick role play on this one."
Sure.
Okay. So I'll be Melinda and you'll be Ollie. You're playing yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
I could do that.
Okay, so you're walking down the street.
All right, I'm walking.
There's a magazine stand. You live in New York, and you're looking at some magazines. Go for it.
All right. Okay, don't know why they got porn out here.
Hi. What? What are you? Why are you laughing? You can't laugh. I'm not Melinda anymore. Why are you laughing at Melinda? That's so rude.
You can't do that.
Let's start over. Okay.
You can't.
You're looking at the magazine.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Thrasher.
Okay.
Thrasher this time.
Cool.
Okay.
Hi, Ollie. No, hold it, Ollie, please. Just try your best. You're a professional.
Bro, not every
You're a professional.
person is gonna talk.
Okay, you already got the laugh out. Let's try to move forward. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Hell, what magazine are you looking at? Well, are you gonna leave me hanging or what? Dude, that's so rude. Answer the question.
Talk.
Answer the question.
I'm about to start crying out here.
Okay.
This is crazy, man.
Go for it.
This is crazy.
Go for it.
I'm reading Thrasher.
That's pretty nice. Do you skateboard?
I do. From time to time.
I've always wanted to learn, and I think you're handsome. You want to go on an official date and teach me skateboard?
Sure, why not?
Okay, all right. So that's the way that. Okay, so you said yes to the mentally handicapped person. Now I'm going to tell you how I feel about the mentally handicapped person. So
should I be the mentally handicapped person?
No. Okay, sure. If you want to,
I'm not going to do that. No.
I thought you wanted to do another reenactment, another role play.
No, they'll get me.
Yeah.
They'll get me. Why are you think I'm wearing this hat, bro?
It's a podcast microphone. No, but yeah. So.
Oh man, dude.
So, if we're looking at it from like a medical, scientific standpoint or perspective, I would say I don't know exactly what age is would be comparable to the mentally handicapped person's brain capacity, but I've heard that mentally special slow people they have the mental capacity of like a 5-year-old or like a 7-year-old around there. I'm not sure if that's your emotional maturity or cognitive. I'm not really quite sure. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a neuroscientist. I don't know anything about these things. I'm just a simple, ignorant man.
Right? It depends.
No, so what I'm trying to say is that I would say no to the person that's mentally handicapped or mentally retarded, whatever you want to call them, and they want to have sexual advances towards me because I'm like, that's like having a child come on to you. So
So this is the second setup in the same day, bro.
What are you talking about?
I got set up twice.
You just like
this is bad, bro. This is bad for me.
God gave you free will. And you had multiple opportunities to think about what you tell this nice mentally handicapped young lady, but you decided to just say yes to her sexual advances instead of telling her, you know what, let me help you cross the street.
It was not a sexual advance.
Let me help you call your mother.
It was one date.
Let me take you to church and teach you about God. Instead, he said, yeah, I'll bring myself and my skateboard. Whatever, dude.
Oh, no, man.
Got caught. 4K. We were filming in 4K.
This is not good, man. This is not good. This is bad for my image. Oh, man. But you did talk like a special person for a good minute there.
Wait a minute. Me?
Yeah, in the hypothetical.
Look, I was acting.
Bro. Career is done after today.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio did it. Remember, he was a retard in one of those movies, right? Remember?
Which one?
Okay, let's ask Google. Okay, Google.
Sounds familiar. I don't think I've seen that.
Is my phone dead? Okay, Google. What movie did Leonardo DiCaprio play a mentally handicapped boy? What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Never seen it.
Well, it's an older film.
Well, not all mentally challenged people are like that messed up to the
like that
to the point where they can't do things.
Yeah,
you know, like a regular adult. They're just a little bit slow.
No, I think if you're missing is it missing or is it you have an extra chromosome?
I think it's an extra one.
Because if you have an extra chromosome, let's ask Google again because I don't know anything. Okay, Google. Are mentally handicapped people missing a chromosome or do they have an extra chromosome?
They call it like trisomy 21.
God, this thing is real, like not like working. Genetic disorders and their causes.
The extra. Get an iPhone.
Yeah, I have an iPhone. It's back there somewhere. I just don't use it. Okay, the extra chromosome causes delays in development, mild to moderate mental retardation, and specific physical characteristics, which is they have a very distinctive look on the face. And there's
right, they're like clones.
Kinda, yeah. I guess you would say that. But I mean, a lot of people really kind of look alike. I mean, like Asian people kind of all look alike.
Wow. Maybe I don't want to be part of that conversation.
So do black people. But so do white people.
Whoa, that's crazy, man.
But so do white people. You know, the only race to me that looks different are Mexicans.
You think so?
Yeah, totally.
I don't.
Hands down. The whites all look the same. The blacks all look the same. The Asians all look the same. The Mexicans. That's us. We look different.
I could be Mexican right now.
you could be Mexican right now. Maybe you should redact all the things I just said for the last 5 minutes. All of that should be removed.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
That's kind of crazy.
No, you don't have to remove that. That's fine. No,
I'm going to be the most heavily edited podcast episode.
No, you don't have to edit anything. You could actually leave that in. It's not a big deal. I mean, I'm just saying Asian people do look similar. So do white people. And so do black people. I'm sorry. But you know who looks different? Like I said, the Mexicans look different. And also the Arabs. Think about Arabs. They all look very different too. Some of them look.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the area.
You know who else looks the same? Indian people. The Hindu people. The Welcome to Quickie Mart people. They all look the same. I can't tell them apart.
Well, yeah, your people do kind of look the same.
I'm not Indian. Hey, I'm half Mexican and I'm half Arabic.
There's really no proof.
You're absolutely right.
There's really no proof.
And you're absolutely right.
Man. This is a whole Theo Von conversation right here, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, you seen what that motherfucker said?
No.
He said that children will develop severe anxiety if they were conceived in the doggy style position. How do you feel about that, man? Is that true? How would you research that?
You'd research it by probably having a two different sets of couples, maybe 1,000 on one end and 1,000 on the other end. So one's the missionary position, which is the position of love. I tell
some
you,
A/B testing. I like that.
Yeah, so it's the position of love. If you love somebody, you're going to make love to the missionary style. I mean, if think about it, if you have the woman that you love and she's bent over facing something else and you're just looking at her anus.
What if she's facing a mirror?
How is that love? What?
What if she's facing a mirror?
No.
Why not?
She's got to be facing you.
But she can see me in the mirror.
No, you guys got to lock eyes and look at each other and inhale each other's breath and feel close.
That's a little weird, man.
No, it's not. It's called...
You're making it a little weird. Why are you saying it like that? It's
called passionate lovemaking. And I think that the other is very impersonal. So maybe there is something to it. But, maybe probably not. Because I think the sperm probably travels the same. I think Theo Von had a funny one, speaking of Theo Von, where he said that if you were a baby or if you're a human adult person that was born from C-section, that you're a weaker type of human because you didn't have to fight for your life and go out that vaginal canal and really get out there and you really fight for your right to live, because you could have been a breech baby. You were that close. What? A breech baby is when they come out legs first. So if that happens, they'll suffocate to death. Well, yeah, because I mean, you can't pull out. Normally, the head's first.
What do they do?
I think they have to do an emergency C-section.
Damn. Were you a C-section baby?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, what a loser. Shoot, I'm just kidding, dude.
Weak ass nigga over here.
You're like, I was just kidding, bro. No.
I heard that they were strong, man. I heard they were strong, man. C-section babies?
I've never heard any of that. No, I have not heard any of those
I don't know what Theo Von is talking about.
I don't even know who Theo Von is.
Shoot. They got to work on his writing, man. They got to figure out this writer's strike.
What do you mean?
For his podcast, man. He's got to get the writers on point.
I don't think he has writers.
Sure, nah, he doesn't have any writers.
I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, they are trying to figure out the whole the writer's strike thing right now. They have like a temporary solution to the problem.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got a homeboy in the business right now doing lights.
Oh yeah, yeah. My buddy Dom. Yeah.
So it's like, man, we gotta get these niggas back to work, bro.
Yeah, I think they did reach some sort of an agreement, and I think it's pretty private, so I'm not really quite sure what they agreed to. The Writers Guild people, versus the production and film studios in the area. It's kind of unfortunate because if you really, really, really think about it. So think about this, and I'm sure maybe you think about it, maybe you don't. I don't know. But oftentimes people watch a movie. For example, we watched. What did we watch? We watched
One Piece.
Pulp Fiction, right? One of the most iconic films in the world, really, if you think about it.
That's right.
It was. I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that. It's probably one of the top 10 films ever made, right?
Well,
so yeah, so
I mean, it's good, but
no, it's one of the best.
The best what?
It's one of the best films ever made.
We'll let them decide.
Okay, sure.
I don't think they agree with that.
Pulp Fiction is one of the best films ever made, and it's mainstream enough that I think everyone's heard of it. But if you think about that. Who gets the accolade? Truly,
Tarantino?
No. Well, okay. I think normally there's a hierarchy in Hollywood, right? As far as the audience is concerned. So, for example, if you watch that film, you're going to be like, "Wow, Travolta was great. I love Travolta." Or they'll say Samuel Jackson. I can't tell him apart from Terry Crews. Just kidding.
Why didn't you mention Samuel Jackson first?
It's a joke. It's all a joke. I'm just kidding. All of this is a joke. What?
I'm playing.
No, but anyway,
race baiting.
Anyhow, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So the Samuel Jackson, all these actors are performing really well. But if you think about it, who else was on set? And if we even think about that, who's the most important person on set? And in my opinion, most people will say it's either the actor or the director. But in my opinion, it's the writer. Because without
it could be, yeah.
Well, because sure. without the, okay, so if you have
who wrote that? We gotta Google that. It might have been Tarantino.
Who wrote? No, Tarantino did write that. Yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he did write that. He wrote that. He also wrote Reservoir Dogs too, I believe. But anyhow, so to me, in my opinion, the most important person on a set is the writer. And oftentimes the writer doesn't direct the film. Oftentimes the writer doesn't have a whole lot of creative control in what they do to the script after these big studios purchase them. So, they don't really have a whole lot of hand oftentimes in it. Obviously Quentin Tarantino did because he wrote, directed, and, did a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But he even acted in the movie too. He did a cameo.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He was in it for one scene.
Wait, isn't he the same dude that casted himself in one of his movies, and then he casted himself as like a character that drank like alcohol off this girl's feet or some shit like that?
I mean,
was that him? That sounds like him. I don't know. I might be tripping. You guys could look that one up. But I could have sworn he casted himself as someone sucking a drink off her toes or something.
That sounds weird.
That sounds like him.
He seems like a sick man. I wouldn't put it past him. But Quentin Tarantino's one of a kind. He does seem like he's probably unpleasant, but he is one of a kind, and he's very talented. He's a good writer, he's a good director. So anyway, if you have a good script, and you have a bad director, it's probably going to be a bad movie. Or if you have a great script and bad actors, it's probably going to be a bad movie. So it's really a big collaborative effort, right? A big group effort. But without the script, there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing. Hi, Ali.
No.
How are you doing, Ali?
How are you doing?
This isn't Chris anymore.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. It is me.
Who am I talking to?
No, it's me. Sasha.
Are you schizophrenic now?
My name is Sasha.
Oh, no.
That's Beyonce's name whenever she becomes a demon.
Oh, no.
Have you heard that?
I've not.
So she says that when she goes on stage and she performs, that she becomes Sasha, whoever that is.
Who the fuck is Sasha?
It's a fucking demon.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's a demon. I was talking about this with Richie the other day. We actually just released a reel about Beyonce being this demonic being, and I was asking him like, well, what is Beyonce? And he said she's a demonic entity.
Damn.
Because a lot of people say that she morphs, her face changes while she's performing on stage.
And she's part of the 33-degree Freemasonry too.
Correct, yeah.
I'm being serious.
I don't know if she is. I don't know if the Freemasons are the same as the Illuminati. I don't think they are. I think it's completely separate groups.
Jay-Z and Gordon Ramsay, bro.
Jason.
They're all part of it.
What, the Illuminati?
Yeah, and the 33-degree.
Would you say that 33 stop no Illuminati is completely separate.
They're all the same. They're all one and the same.
Freemasonry is a completely separate entity, and I think the Illuminati is a supposed entity, and we don't even know if that's real or not.
It's real.
I don't know.
It's real, and they're all the same.
And second of all, Beyonce can't be in a Freemason because you have to be a male to be a Freemason. So there's no way that she could actually be a Freemason.
What is a male?
A person with male reproductive organs, like a penis and testicles and testosterone flowing through their veins, baby.
Not anymore.
What do you mean? Oh, I have to use the bathroom really bad.
No, we're not cutting.
Bro, I have to use the bathroom so bad. This food, irritated my colon.
Man.
That's going to have to be a
cut. What if I just nut in his food right now? Just got up and just fucking nut in his food. You think he would notice? I don't think he would notice. You gonna finish that?
Finish what? The poop?
Nothing.
Oh, finish what?
No, I'm just fucking with you, man. They know.
Yeah, so a male is a human being with a penis and testicles and presumably a healthy level of testosterone running through their body.
So wouldn't you say that's transphobic?
What's transphobic?
Because there are multiple genders now, and you can actually be whatever you want to be.
I don't really believe in transphobia.
A woman can be a man, and a man can be a woman.
That's a lie.
And a man can get pregnant.
That's a lie. First of all, I don't believe in transphobia because you never hear of people beating trans people up on the street.
I hear about that.
How?
The internet.
And first of all, let's get real right to it.
Probably with their hands.
No, but think about it. If you're transgender and you're a man who believes they're actually a woman and are transforming themselves, that's what they're called, transgender, and now they transform themselves into a female or trying to look like a female as close as they can, then why would anyone beat them up if they really look like a woman?
Because they may have felt tricked.
Who felt tricked?
The abuser.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if they're beating up trans people on the street.
You mean they're beating them up in private settings, like they're meeting up for a date, and then the trans person it pulls their pants down and they have
I've heard
a wiener.
I've heard that.
What would you do?
Several times.
What would you do in that scenario? Actually,
I would not be in that scenario.
There was a scenario where there was this athlete. I don't know if you recall the story.
Yeah, I do.
And he met a person online. I want to say it was Craigslist, which you shouldn't be meeting people on Craigslist. That's just ridiculous.
It was Craig. I thought it was Tinder.
I don't know what it was. It doesn't really matter. But point is that he met this person online, which is ill-advised. You should never meet people online. That's crazy.
No, it's fine.
No.
Yeah.
And if you want to be murdered, if you want to end up in someone's trunk of their car,
bro, don't go to no place that's like dark and dangerous. Like go out in public, daytime.
Sure. Yeah, daytime sexual assaults still happen. Ollie.
Oh my god.
But anyhow, so this
athlete,
he went on this date. He arrived at the person's house. So he wasn't even trying to have a date. He was just trying to have sex.
Yeah,
that's what he was trying
disgusting.
to do. Right to it.
Can't believe
it's very disgusting.
Yeah.
Shows up and it's a man. Clearly a man, because we can humans can differentiate visually what a male is and what a female is. And so he sees what is a man and he gets real upset and he beats
Wait.
He beats up the man.
First things first.
What?
He didn't know that it was a man.
What do you mean he didn't know it was a man? Sure, he knew it was a man.
When he got there, it was dark.
Okay.
And she did some stuff to him.
Oh, don't say that.
And later on, he found out that it was a man.
Oh, he went to grab down south and he felt a couple of...
I don't know what happened, but...
of nuts in a sausage, huh?
They got some things done.
Okay, what do you mean things done?
They got some activities out of the way.
I think he knew. What sort of activities? What happened? Tell me.
Sexual activities.
What kind of sexual?
I think the dude gave him head.
Oh!
I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look back at the details, but I think he got head, and then...
Bro, okay.
And the dude was obviously wearing like a wig and all that.
All I'm gonna say is I saw the picture of that man pretending to be a woman, and let me tell you, buddy, not convincing.
It was not convincing. At all.
So it's
actually pretty embarrassing.
So that guy allowed this man to perform oral sex on him. He's just as bad. He wanted it. He wanted it. He wanted that blowjob, but then he didn't want to go further than that.
And he's an athlete, so it's like, dude, you're telling me you couldn't just like go out and get some pussy? Like, oh, dude.
Well, no, you just don't show up and go like, I'm an athlete. Want to have sex? That's not how it works, Ollie.
I mean, that's kind of how it works sometimes.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
Bro, athletes for sure can do that.
No, they can't.
They can't, bro. I'm telling you, they can't.
No, not everyone
can. That type of money and status, bro. You do whatever you want.
Maybe. I mean, I think that happens more to like celebrity type people, because they know you have status.
He wasn't like
and money and influence and things of that nature, and so certain women or most women will gravitate towards that for sure. It happens to Richie the Barber all the time.
For what?
Like girls want to date him all the time. They're like marry me, Richie, or have my baby.
At the live show?
Oh yeah, it happens in that. That's just Richie's life.
That's funny as fuck.
It is crazy.
I thought that was part of the show.
No,
I really thought that was part of the show.
And it's crazy because like so many people all the time they go like, this guy's lying. He doesn't get girls. Like he's never gotten girls, but the girls really like Richie a lot. You know what I mean?
That's status, bro.
It's status.
You're going to get there one day.
I don't want to be anywhere except where I am right now, but with an exponential amount of growth. But I don't want
explain
the additional attachments.
Joking, bro.
Yeah, not really. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, but even so, like that man is a woman. Because he identifies as a woman, so he is a woman.
No,
that's just how it is.
No.
And I apologize to the audience, but they're gonna have to just trust me on this one.
No.
A woman is someone who says they're a woman.
No, this is mass delusion. You know, we can't keep pretending that men are women and women are men.
It's not delusion. It's the future.
No.
You gotta get with the times, bro. It's 2023.
No.
There's no such thing as male and female anymore.
There was an interesting clip I saw, and it was Joe Rogan, and he was pondering a question in his mind, and it was, why is it that during the fall of many empires, people get fixated on gender roles or genders in general? Why do you think that is?
Well, I need proof first. What does he mean, fallen empires?
Like the Roman, for example.
Do you think they were talking about gender before they fell?
Before they fell, yeah.
Bro, where are the receipts, man? Give me some receipts. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, just go with it. I mean, this is factual.
What do you mean?
This is factual information. I don't have cited info right now. I don't have textbooks in front of me.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, but where are the textbooks? Like, how could you ask me to cite where it's like, come on, bro.
I need an example.
No, bro. I'm saying that Joe Rogan's pontifying. He's just wondering. He's wondering why there's that correlation. And he had some sort of a historian on his podcast, and then he said that many empires did fall when they started fixating on gender roles and things of that nature.
So you're saying the U.S. is going to fall?
I think everything is going to come to an end eventually. I mean, I think that, the United States has been has been pretty prominent on Earth or on planetary, what is it called? Like military strength and high,
who would take
strong economy and things like that.
You think Russia's going to invade us? China?
I don't know. I think everything comes to an end. I think the Constitution was official in 1776. I think it's only been like 250 something years. I mean, think about it. What's the average span of any ruling empire? Let's ask Google.
Well,
okay, Google. What is the average span of any empire? Or average empire?
What does it say?
250 years.
250.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, 250 years. So the average span.
We got nukes, man.
Yeah, so the average span of most empires, most ruling empires, is 250 years. So think about that. The United States, it was 1776, right? To 2023, 247 years. So are we close? 3 more years and it's over? According to these statistical facts.
We would drop nukes before we ever let any country invade us.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Bro, it would never happen.
Sure it would.
Like, if any country tried to start shit with us, it would be an all-out war. If someone invaded us...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You don't understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the society itself begins to erode from the inside out, and then the foundation completely topples. So what I'm saying is that if the people, the people
ourselves
in society, if they're hyper focused on things that don't matter truly, or they believe it's progressive, but it's really not even regressive, it would be more delusional. So if people are starting to have this mass delusion, it means that that society is now beginning to crumble. Maybe life got way too easy.
You could say that's already happening, though.
Well,
that already been happening. I mean, the middle class is disappearing and shit. So it's like,
well, it's still middle class.
We're all about to fucking disappear. We're either going to be poor or rich.
What is middle class anyway? What would you consider that?
I mean, nowadays.
Just what do you consider it?
Nowadays, if you're not making like $100K, you're not middle class. I don't think you're middle class unless you have at least... Well, in California. I don't know about all these other states with all broke niggas and shit. But, yeah, California, not making $100K, it's like you're not going to be middle class. It's tough. Rent is expensive.
I don't think even $100,000 a year is enough in California, to be honest.
To be middle class?
I don't even know what middle class means anymore, because it's very different in coastal cities.
Just as average life.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And so you have like the coastal effect is what I always tell people, is when they live in a bubble and they think this is what life is like, and it's not. It's very, very different. We have a big job market, but and we also live a very convenient lifestyle, and We have, actually pretty perfect weather. There's a lot of diversity and a lot of entertainment, a lot of different things, right? So we have a lot of things to our disposition. You can drive to the desert in 2 hours, or we can drive to the beach in 20 minutes, So that is nice. You can drive the mountains in 2 hours. It's like everything's pretty centralized here in Southern California, and that's why it's so expensive to live here. But the difference between us and somebody living in the Midwest, I would say, would be the fact that if they have if they actually did their due diligence and they went to school and or they worked really hard in their business and or they got promoted at their job or anything like that, and now they're making a normal salary, they'll probably be able to have a good lifestyle. Because let's just say you're living in Austin. Sure. Let's say you're living in Austin, Texas.
All right, cheaper houses.
Yeah, and let's just say you make I don't know. Let's just say you make $50,000 a year, and then let's just say your wife makes $40,000 a year, because women make less money than men. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Shout out to the pay gap.
No, that's actually not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You don't got to get into that.
No, because there's women. I'm sure you've worked in organizations in the past where there's women that out earn you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a lie.
Not the same position.
Sometimes the same.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's true. No, yeah. Anyway. I don't remember what I was saying.
You're right. It is true. The pay gap does not exist.
It does not exist. No, but I think I lost my track. Oh yeah. So anyway, so if you lived out in Austin, Texas, and you made $50K a year, your wife makes $40K a year. No, let's say 50. They both make 50, right?
Okay.
And then
$49,999.
Yeah, $49,998,000 a year. You make $50,000 even. So if that were to be the case, and you guys lived in Austin, you guys could purchase a house for about $380,000.
It's gonna be a big house too.
And it's gonna be a big old house.
Front yard, backyard,
all of it.
Shoot.
Big driveway, maybe even a two or three car garage.
Damn.
Wow.
12 car garage.
No, I don't know about that.
Savage.
And you have things close by. You have grocery stores. It's not super rural. There's city. There's a downtown area. It's pretty nice out there.
Even Vegas too.
Vegas is a big piece of shit. I will say that. Vegas, it's where people go to die.
Damn.
Yeah, it's where people go when their drug addictions have gotten so bad that they have to escape their families and go live in the place where only scumbags live, which is Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout out Las Vegas, Nevada, and
shout out Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Damn, he just went in on y'all.
Yeah. So, but very different though, because if you're a male, $50,000 a year, and your wife makes $50,000 a year, you cannot afford a house in Southern California. You most certainly cannot afford a house in Hollywood. You most certainly cannot afford a house in Huntington Beach or any city, really, for that matter, in Orange County or LA, really, for the most part. Not even.
Maybe.
No, let's look at that. Okay.
Maybe Santa Ana.
Okay, Google.
Maybe.
What's the average cost of a home in Orange County, California?
Garden Grove, maybe.
So it says the average price for a home in Orange County, California is $1.2 million.
Not accurate.
That's what it says on Realtor.com.
I'd say average is that's a fucked up average, because there's a lot of really nice homes out here, but there's also a lot of not so nice homes.
I personally have not seen a home for under $800,000 in a long time in Orange County. Not even if it's Garden Grove or Santa Ana.
You'll find some. They're just not the ones that you want, because there's a lot of those mobile home looking.
No, not mobile homes. Nobody wants to live in a mobile home,
bro. But they're not that bad though.
No, bro, stop.
Mobile homes aren't that bad.
Sure they are. You don't want to live in one of those.
I wouldn't want to live there.
That's bad for your
health. I'm just saying, it's dog. It's not that bad though.
Yeah, it is bad.
You could probably find a good one near the beach too.
Nah, no. Dude, you're tripping. And then on top of that, you get charged an HOA, and you have to pay property tax, and not only that, but you don't even own the piece of land, so you got to pay an additional rent to lease this land. It's nuts. Yeah. It's not even worth it.
But that's how it is in a lot of places. You're gonna pay HOA.
Okay, so we're starting here in Santa Ana, California, which is people want to believe that that's probably the cheapest city to live in Orange County.
Maybe Garden Grove.
And it's. Okay.
Or it's Santa Ana, Anaheim.
So we're gonna say a 3-bedroom house, right? That's considered probably a family home, right?
Sure.
Wife, maybe 2 kids, all that. Okay, maybe a dog. $700,000.
1 kid, no dog.
$700,000. Look at that. 4-bedroom, $759. 2-bedroom, $759. That's a condo.
You gotta set the max to like 500, and then you'll see.
No, I did. I set it to lowest, and that's obviously not.
What is that?
That's not livable. That's a 2-bedroom. That's a 3-bedroom, $600,000. 4-bedroom, $700,000. See, so it's about $700,000. Okay,
that's Orange County.
Yeah, and look at it. It looks terrible. These houses look absolutely terrible.
Yeah, they're not that good.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Well,
no.
The market right now is also really bad. So.
Okay, so what does that say there? You would pay $4,967 a month for a $700,000 home. And that's also assuming you put 20% down. So let's assume most people can't really afford that, and they normally get
the... like way too much. I think it's probably cut in half.
You're tripping, dog.
For rent?
Yeah, that's what it would cost. You'd have to put
not rent, but like mortgage.
Your mortgage, that's what it would be. Yeah. So, for example, that's putting 20% down. If you don't put 20% down, they'll add an additional insurance on top of your mortgage because you weren't able to put 20% down. So most people get an FHA loan, which is a first-time home buyer loan, right? And normally you do
give you a good rate.
Yeah, you do like what, 3.5% or something like that, 2% down, right?
No way.
Yeah.
2%.
Yeah, it's like you pay like $10,000 or something like that. Okay, but then you'll have the I think it's
and just in general, the rates on these loans are fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Okay, so assuming you only put like 3% down, your monthly payment would be $6,253 per month. Okay.
So to the viewers, don't buy a home anytime soon, especially here in California.
No, so principal interest is $4,912. Property taxes is $729. Homeowners insurance $187, and see mortgage insurance $424, and so that adds up to $6,253 a month. So now, assuming there's this man and woman making $50,000 a year each.
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, assuming that's what they're making, after taxes and after they pay medical insurance, blah blah blah, they would only have about $1,490 after taxes each paycheck, which means that both of them together only make about like $5,300 a month. They can't afford that mortgage.
Nope. Not even close.
They can't even pay for it. There's no way. So now that man and woman are stuck living in an apartment for $2,000 a month. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. But if that same couple, like I said, lived in the Midwest and they were just as go-getters and they're out there getting great jobs, or not even a great job because you're making $50K a year, you probably don't have a good job, or a good career. But it just is what it is, But if you went out and did whatever you had to do, even if it was more on a menial level in the Midwest, you still have more.
Yeah, I see a lot of people moving out to Oregon.
Yeah, well, Oregon's still very expensive, by the way. It's pretty expensive out there too.
Yeah, I mean, not as much as here, but
not as much, but it's getting up there, dude. It's nuts.
Arizona, shoot, gotta go anywhere but here. Shit.
So anyway, we're living in that bubble, bro. It's different. It's different, man. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
How'd we even get on this topic?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I could have sworn we were talking about gender, and then all of a sudden it came to this.
I have no clue. I have no idea.
Shoot.
But I'm just gonna blame it on the people hopping the border. I'm gonna blame it on them. You took our jobs.
You know what they're doing in Santa Ana?
You took our jobs.
Yo,
what's up?
Santa Ana right now, they're trying to allow illegal immigrants to vote.
I was just joking about that, by the way. They didn't take our jobs. They're doing all the jobs no one wants. In Southern California, I see them doing all the jobs no one wants. They pick the oranges and the strawberries from the fields, and they'll babysit people's children out here and clean their homes, and they do janitorial services. And actually, I see people who are Hispanic who do actually every job. Really, I've seen them do everything. From attorney to doctor to the guy that mows your lawn. So shout out to all the Mexicans out there.
All right.
Doing their thing. But also there's a lot of Mexicans out here, so I see them all the time.
We didn't have to single out a single country. There are immigrants that come from all over the world that come here to America.
Yeah, but you said specifically Santa Ana, California, which is a city in Orange County, California, Southern California. Right. And it's about 70% Hispanic. So it's like the highest concentration of illegal Mexicans, immigrants that live
mention race
in that area.
I didn't. You're digging yourself a deeper hole.
No, I'm not digging. I don't care. But I'm just saying. I think that
you're right, though. It is like 70%.
Yeah. I think that they shouldn't be able to vote. Immigrants should not be able to vote.
Whoa.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
But aren't they paying taxes?
Not in Santa Ana, my friend. Okay, so let me tell you something.
I think some of them are.
No, they're not. Let me tell you something. And this is where people get all their shit real fucked up. And so although there's a lot of white people out there who want to be like social justice warriors, and they want to be like, let's bring all the Mexicans over, and I love Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I want to adopt a pit bull because I want to show everyone that they're not dangerous. They're not dangerous dogs. They love kids. It's like, no, they'll murder your damn kid when they get the chance.
Pit bulls love kids.
No, they don't. That's a lie.
They love kids.
And so you have a lot of these people who are living in these, this artificial fantasy worlds, and because they're fools, I tell you. But I've lived in that area. I've known a lot of people who are immigrants who just crossed the border or just arrived on a visa that they allow to expire, things of that nature, right? And oftentimes these folks are not working with a social security number because they don't have one. So they get a fake one. Or they steal someone's identity and they work with someone else's social security number. Usually it's people who've already passed away or babies who are just born. And these social security numbers are sold in the black market. I've seen people buy them before. It's very easy to buy one.
In person?
Yep.
Dang.
And then these people then go and they apply for a job and they use this real social security number, which, like I said, is usually someone who's deceased or a baby who's just born, and they begin working under this social security number.
If you feel so strongly about it, why didn't you snitch on them?
Let me finish my point here. So what I'm trying to say is that, and then these people, what they do when they get hired for these jobs, they usually go to temp agencies and they'll get a job for like a couple of months. They'll keep doing that like a couple of months at a time. Why work for a quarter.
Couple months?
Because they're temporary agencies. So they go to a job agency and they'll sign up, and then they'll get them a job that's temporary. And then what they do is they'll do tax exempt. They'll say they're tax exempt. So you can do that on your W-4. Is that what it's still called? W-4?
Sure.
W-2? Okay, whatever. I don't know. I haven't had a regular job in a minute here.
W-2.
Okay, so you put it on your W-2 that you're tax exempt, so you don't pay any taxes, which is wild, right? So now these illegal immigrants who stole someone's identity and are using a social security number that doesn't belong to them, they don't even have the common decency to leave it, just standard. They always do tax exempt, and then they take all the money and they pay no taxes at all. And there's no way to track that. There's no way to actually track them as a human because it's usually a fake name and the social security number doesn't coincide. But it's just bizarre that there isn't these back end technology systems to be able to verify the social security number with the name of the person, because oftentimes the name doesn't even connect. It's so nuts. It's bizarre. It's crazy. And so what I'm trying to say is that these people, presumably who are doing these things, and if they're living in this area that's high condensed with immigrants from a specific country, wouldn't you think that these people should probably try to maybe live in a more assimilated way? Like maybe they want to pay taxes, maybe they want to go back to their country and apply for a visa the proper way. You know what I mean? Like they know what they need to do.
No.
So why is it that they have voting rights that other people don't have? I
mean, they already got here illegally. They already got the Social Security illegally.
Okay.
And you think that they're gonna pay taxes on top of that?
Yeah,
they should. That's the cutoff in terms of honor and they should.
And another thing too, and a lot of times,
nobody want to do that shit. I don't want to pay taxes.
And oftentimes, a lot of these folks too, the folks that are migrated into California illegally, oftentimes they'll get Medi-Cal, which is free medical insurance through the state.
Smart.
They'll get food stamps. Like I said, oftentimes they'll either work for cash or they'll have a fake social security number or a deceased person's or a baby's social security number. So what I'm trying to say is that if they want to live like that, that's fine with me. I'm not going to go off and judge people or try to tell them what to do with their lives. But I'm also going to say that they probably shouldn't have the ability to vote for something that doesn't even really affect them, because if they're not an American, if they're not a U.S. citizen, why does it even matter to them? They're just finessing the system, basically. So why do they even care if they're finessers? They're just finessing the system.
I think you've answered your own question, because if they're already finessing the system, why not do it one more time? Why not do it one more time? So now they can actually vote on things that they want in a community that they shouldn't be in. So it just works out, man.
No.
What I'm wondering is what the outcome is going to be. Because like I don't see it working out very well.
Yeah, that's dumb.
But I think you said 70%.
Yeah,
it could end up working.
I don't know, man. I think I don't know. They're probably aborting their babies too.
Oh no, dude.
The Mexicans. I'm just kidding. No, actually, dude.
Doesn't like childbirth cost like 30 grand?
No,
depending on healthcare.
Abortion?
No, just having a baby.
Oh, having a baby?
Actual baby.
I want to say it's like 15,000, 12 to 15,000.
Dude, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money. Yeah.
Fuck.
An abortion is only $700, by the way, or $800. You know, and I think they say that the African American community is the highest numbers of abortions in the United States. So the highest number of people, the highest number of race people, that are purchasing abortions are African Americans, according to statistics. Isn't that crazy, Ollie? Why are they doing this? Why are people doing this?
What are your views on abortion?
I think it should be illegal. I think it's murder. I think that anybody that participates in the medical process is called an abortion, which should not even be called a medical process because it's quite literally murder. Should be put in jail, and they should be
medical murder.
Yeah, medical murder. They should be put in jail, and they should probably be put on death row. Is my opinion.
But what about? Let's say I don't know what the percentage is. Let's say like the 3% of victims of like abuse and
sexual
things
abuse,
like exactly
unwanted sexual advances.
So, do they get a pass?
No.
Why don't they get a pass?
Because just because there's two individuals on planet Earth that made some sort of a mistake.
One individual made a mistake.
Yeah, both of them did.
Why would she make a mistake?
Because she's not a black belt and she doesn't know Taekwondo.
Oh my god!
If she cared about her safety,
you got a victim blamer.
No, Taekwondo. She would know. She would be a black belt. I would if I was a woman.
This is insane.
I would have a black belt if I was a woman because I would never allow a man to sexually assault me.
Someone in the street right now, if you were to walk down,
sure,
like let's say you're in downtown LA.
I don't live in downtown LA.
Doesn't matter. You're in downtown LA. 2 a.m. in the morning.
I would never walk in downtown
and you're
LA
just you're just walking down the street.
Okay.
And you see this big dude come up.
Okay.
You don't know Taekwondo.
Sure I do.
He could just assault you right then and there.
That's not true.
On the street.
I was a wrestler.
And men can get pregnant now, so you better be careful out there.
That's a lie. No. So the woman's at fault because she doesn't know how to defend herself, and the man's at fault because he's mentally ill. He's sexually assaulting a strange woman whom he doesn't even know because he has sexual urges that he cannot control, which means he's emotionally weak. He has no willpower. And so, so I think
why does she have to deal with the trauma though?
No,
of childbirth.
So she should because it's a human being. It's not her fault that both these humans, these lower level thinking creatures living on Earth, decided to both make improper choices. And obviously, the one that made the biggest mistake was the person that sexually assaulted the other. And the other was it's just a victim. Obviously, I'm just joking.
Oh, he's going back on it now.
But what I'm trying to say is that
right.
It's not the baby's fault. This is now a third party. This doesn't involve the two. They both biologically can reproduce, and one forcibly made that choice for the other, and that's really unfortunate.
Well, they say that the baby's conscious after like a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
So if it's conscious and let's say hypothetically it knew that it was a rape baby,
yeah.
Wouldn't it want to kill itself?
No, absolutely not. And oftentimes all these liberal folks will make all of these really ill thought, very misinformed, thought processes and ideas that they come up with. Very, very stupid ideas. For example, a lot of these liberal folks will say, why would you want that baby to be born? If, for example, there's a woman who's impoverished. Mm-hmm. And so she says, I had to get an abortion because I'm poor. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's sounding like the high percentage of African Americans.
No. that was a Brooklyn accent.
No,
it could have been anybody in New York.
African American Brooklyn accent.
That could have been anybody in New York. No, that was definitely
British.
That was British. I can't do accents, okay?
No, you got the African American spot on. Dude.
No, I did not. No, okay. So, no, but like I was saying, you totally completely threw me off track there, dude. Anyway, if this mother who's impoverished, living in the Bronx of New York, and she's got no money, she can't afford that $3,000 apartment in New York City that's literally a closet.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a nice closet, though.
Yeah, it's a nice, yeah. But anyhow, she can't afford that, and she most certainly cannot afford a baby, right? So then the liberals will say, well, then it's okay. She's putting that baby. They should never bring a baby into the world. They're not financially ready to be able to take care of it. So what are they saying? Are they saying that we should go to Africa and murder hungry children because they're hungry?
No, those children are already alive.
Yeah, the whites and all the other self-righteous liberal folks living in the West, they love those hungry black children. They love them, just like they love pipples. They love rescuing pipples from the shelters, and they love telling their friends how they.
They send their 5 cents. And they start telling everybody. That they adopted a black child.
Yeah, and they'll virtually adopt a black kid with an extended stomach, and this fake website will send them pictures of this kid, and it's like, dude. You're not sponsoring anybody. You're sponsoring someone's vacation, and some guy who's finessing them, with a nonprofit organization. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that it's the same issue here. It's like just because someone doesn't have resources, it doesn't mean they don't have the right to live. Is what I'm trying to say. And so if you're a poor woman and you decide to murder your child because you have no money, you're probably a bad person. And I've also heard people say, well, don't you think that if somebody's like a bad person like that, they'd be willing to murder their child via abortion? Don't you think that maybe it's better off that they don't have kids? You know what I say to that? No, absolutely not. Because, for example, Charles Manson, he has a son. And so is it his fault that he was born out of Charles Manson's nutsack? No, it's not his fault. He's his own man. He does his own life the way he wants to live it. And he seems to be a nice guy. You see what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with your parent. It has nothing to do with your parent being a bad person, a good person, a poor person, a rich person, disenfranchised or franchised. It doesn't matter. This is where everyone gets up and claps.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. Nobody ever claps for me.
I mean, they still go on board. I feel like you gotta have some type of middle ground with these people, because they're going to argue for abortion at any time during like the entire 9 months. And the way it's going, I don't think there's ever going to be a time where abortion is going to be completely banned unless there's some sort of middle ground, like accepting that victims can do it. And I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it's like, okay, then how many weeks until you can abort it? And like, all right, let's say like 4 weeks.
I don't think you should ever be able to abort it.
And if there's no middle ground, then this argument is going to go on forever. That's how I feel.
Well, yeah. Well, but because no one can really make up their minds. I think the only ones who can who can really come to a conclusion on this one is a medical doctor. And the medical doctor can say, when does a heartbeat start?
Yeah, well, I mean,
but there's people.
But they would probably say it's murder regardless. Like at any point
a doctor.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's doctors, quote unquote, who commit, who perform the abortions. They're also doctors.
I'm talking about like the regular doctors.
The regular doctors.
The ones that aren't killing the ones that are not killing the kids.
The ones that are not murdering children. Yeah, murder, because that's what it is. It's murder.
But what about like products? Like taking like pills and shit to basically kill the baby? Yeah, contraception.
No, contraception is to prevent.
Yeah, but it's forming and then it's getting fucking nuked. So it's kind of like you're killing the baby.
I don't think contraception does that. I think it just blocks the ability for it to even happen in the first place.
But then you could say jerking off is killing babies.
It really depends what you believe, because
that's a potential baby. That's not, bro.
Well, people say that it's the moment of conception is some people say that. It usually religious folks say things like that, like the moment of conception, that's a miracle. Now the egg and the sperm came together, and in fact, they're not telling a lie. That really is a beautiful thing, and it really is a miracle of life and things like that. So yeah, I can agree with that as well. I'm kind of one of those people that I think that once it's like the person's pregnant, there's a human being in there. There's really no question about that, and I don't think anyone can dispute that. Except all those retarded people that say that it's a bundle of cells.
Oh, it's a clump of cells.
It's a clump of cells.
I've heard that so many times.
And this is my response to these stupid stupid, retarded. Like, I just can't even describe them as anything lower. But these same people that say that, it's just a clump of cells. Why is it that when a woman who's pregnant, let's just say she's 4 months pregnant, let's just say she's 3 months pregnant, and she's murdered or she dies in a car accident, a drunk driver hit her, and now she's dead. Why is it that when the person who murdered this 3-month pregnant woman gets convicted in prison, they get sentenced to double homicide?
Knew it.
Why is it that a clump of cells is now classified a human being in a court of law? Not even the court can make up its mind. And clearly it can, because if you murder a pregnant woman, you are murdering two people. And if people want to keep lying to themselves, then it's really quite unfortunate to be you, because then that really means that you're living a lie.
It's a baby when it's convenient to the mother.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you believe that fuck, I just lost him, man, as soon as he's like, you know how you gotta pay child support no matter what, right? If you
Sure. Yeah.
If you're not feeling it with the mom or whatever.
Okay, sure. Or she's not feeling it with you.
If they have the choice to abort,
yeah,
shouldn't men have the choice to not be there for the baby if they choose not to abort? Because apparently we don't have a decision in any of that process.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think that you have a moral choice.
Because that's one pushback
Yeah.
to the argument to make abortion illegal. Because then it's like, okay, if she has the baby and you don't want the baby, can you just dip?
No, I don't think you can, because you still have a moral. Hopefully, you have a good moral compass, and if there's a human being who depends on you and who shares your DNA and your bloodline, things like that, you would think that you would want to be there for that child.
Not everyone does.
Not everyone does, and
It's
that's
all hypothetical, by the way. It's not about me, bro.
And that's why they should enforce child support, because there's bad men out there who don't want to take care of their kids. That is what it is.
But if they make abortion illegal, I feel like it needs to come with a clause,
right,
where it says men can do the dash.
I mean, maybe if I think that would be a good idea, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're a woman, and you're gonna have a baby with a man, you should probably be married to him. And I think if you're going to
That's controversial.
It's the truth. If you're going to have children outside of wedlock, and then you're expecting the man to stick around, or you're expecting the man to do the moral, high ground and pay child support and be, there in the child's life a fair amount of time where they're, feel the child feels, emotionally fulfilled because they had their parent around, their father around. But you're trusting somebody that you don't share, finances with, you don't share your life with, you don't share your day to day with, and you're not legally binded or spiritually bonded with that person, then you're clearly a fool if you're gonna basically have a child with a stranger. Like, you need to make a commitment with somebody and say, I'm marrying this man and I'm choosing to have a baby. You know what I mean? So if you did that out of wedlock, you're shit out of luck. That's, you fucked up. It's partially her fault too.
So you prefer,
yeah,
to have a virgin marry her and then have sex and then have the baby?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. If things were to be the way they're supposed to be, then yeah, that's the way that it would be. Everybody would do it that way. But the problem is, in society, is
virgins exist?
We don't have that anymore. No, they don't, unless they're children or young teenagers. God. But it's like, that's the problem, is that people don't have a sense of good values, good family values, good religious values. People are having sex out of wedlock. People are procreating out of wedlock.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Can't believe it.
You know, people are doing all kinds of things that I don't agree with, and you know, it's just really unfortunate because we went back to how things were before when you had there was a nice girl you met in high school or your neighbor, and you're like, she's a beautiful girl, like I'm in love. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, you know. But now it's like, you know, like people have Tinder and they're, you know, they have social media dating and they're just swiping left or right to hundreds of people, just disposing of them like they're trash.
I wouldn't say that.
I think people have too many options these days, and that's why people are, you know, doing abortions and having, you know, short-term relationships and having sex and procreating out of wedlock. It's really unfortunate, really truly unfortunate.
Don't have sex out of wedlock. You heard it here from the Chris and Ali Show.
Yeah, I think we're like over an hour now.
I think so.
Yeah, it's like an hour 20.
Yeah.
Well, it was good seeing you, Ali. And thanks for watching the show. I really, really appreciate it. I forgot the camera was even on, to be honest.
I wasn't even looking at it.
Yeah, we're just hanging out. Just me and you. Just me, you, and you. But yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun hanging out again. Good times. We had some pretty good conversations, fun. I feel like.
What you did with the place, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man. So make sure to subscribe. Leave us a comment below. Let us know who you are. Let us know what you like about the show or what you don't like about the show. Either one is cool with us.
All right. They told me what they don't like about
the show. Oh, yeah. They sure did, baby. All right, guys. Peace.
Later, bruh.